Slowly but surely, I'm creeping closer to 40 years old, and I've been teetering on the edge of depression for the past 4 years now. I've got my ups and downs. Thing is, I'm not lacking anything. There's no reason. I have a wife who supports my every creative effort, friends that are closer to me than my own family, 2 dogs, 2 cats, a roof over my head, hobbies that are creative and challenging. There's just that omnipresent little chemical imbalance inside my brain. There's this emptiness, a small black hole in the back of my mind sucking up all the fun and excitement that life has to offer. And despite that chemical imbalance, I think what contributes most to it is a lack of direction, of purpose. Finding your purpose in life is actually really difficult. When we're young, we look up to all these adults in our lives, thinking they have everything figured out, but the older you get, the more you realize that every single one of us is just trying to figure out who we are and what we're doing as we go. But guess what? That's okay. That's part of the journey. What I desire most of all is to create things that will make the world just a little bit better. But I never managed to actually create something that really mirrored what I had in mind. And lately, I haven't even been able to muster the energy to try. I tried my hand at game development to tell stories, but programming doesn't make sense to me. So all I was left with was a beautiful but ultimately empty world. The stories I wanted to tell were ones about overcoming loss, grief, adversity, but above all, hope, friendship, and adventures that I could only dream of myself. I ran into wall after wall after wall with game development. My mental health suffered. I developed a crippling case of imposter syndrome, and that led to a lot of self-loathing. But still, I wanted to tell stories. So, a couple of weeks ago, I decided to, once again, pick up my old camera. Just to do something different, switch it up. Shooting video of some random things around the house, filming while out for a walk or in the car. And suddenly I found that spark of creativity that I'd been missing for so long. And I'd never done any videography, but all in all, isn't it all telling stories, regardless of the medium we use? This doesn't require any programming, still, that's a learning curve. But maybe, if our stories reach people and touch them in some way, we can feel less alone in an increasingly hostile world. Finding that spark hasn't fixed me, not by a long shot, and I suspect to deal with a decent amount of bad days for a very long time. But being creative in a multitude of different ways is where my passion lies. So this is me telling you it only takes one little spark, but it won't find you on its own. I won't ask you to like, comment, or subscribe, but I hope you know that if you're feeling lost, struggling, things will get better. It could be a year from now, a week from now, or tomorrow. You will find that little glimmer of hope again. You will find joy in something again, and most importantly, you're not alone.